Have you ever met someone who seemed too smooth? The kind of person who's read every How to Connect with People book, nailed their body language, mastered charisma, and yet, something feels off. You can't quite explain it, but you just know they're performing. Here's the truth most people don't want to admit. All those connection tricks don't actually create connection. They create performance anxiety, and people can feel it. We live in a world obsessed with how to build trust, how to be likable, how to talk to anyone. But here's the counterintuitive part. The more you try to do it right, the less authentic you become. Real connection isn't about having perfect social skills or memorizing clever conversation hacks. It's about emotional honesty, self-awareness, and the courage to be genuine, even when it's uncomfortable. That's where authentic communication starts. In this video, we're diving deep into the psychology of connection, why people can sense when you're not real, how to develop social confidence without faking it, and how to unlock that raw, magnetic energy that draws others in naturally. If you've ever felt tired of pretending or caught yourself overanalyzing every social move, stay with me, because what you're about to hear will shift your mindset about connection psychology forever. The illusion of connection. Why tricks don't work. Most people think that connection is a formula. Smile more, nod at the right moments, mirror body language. And sure, these connection tricks might help you blend in, but they won't make you memorable. When someone's trying too hard to build rapport, it feels like a sales pitch. Polite, polished, but empty. Real connection happens when you drop the script and show the messy, unfiltered parts of yourself. That's what people relate to. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Think about it. Have you ever been in a conversation where everything looked right on the surface, but you still felt disconnected? That's because authenticity isn't something you can fake with social skills. It's a frequency you emit. People pick up on your micro expressions, your tone, your energy. You can't out-technique emotional honesty. Even subtle cues like forced laughter or over-maintained eye contact can betray that you're not being genuine. The psychology of connection runs much deeper than surface gestures. Instead of chasing external approval, focus on inner work. Ask yourself, am I trying to be liked or am I trying to be real? That mindset shift is where confidence and authenticity begin to merge. When you stop performing, your natural charisma surfaces effortlessly. You'll notice people lean in, conversations flow, and deep connections form without you having to manipulate them. And that's where the real transformation begins. But there's a deeper reason why we fall into this trap in the first place. The root of the problem: fear of rejection and the need to be liked. Behind most fake connection habits lies one powerful emotion: fear. Fear of being judged, misunderstood, or simply not enough. People learn how to build trust and how to be likable not because they want to deceive others, but because they're terrified of rejection. So they hide behind smiles, witty lines, and rehearsed stories. The irony? The more you hide your flaws, the harder it becomes for others to see your humanity. Authentic communication demands courage, not perfection. This need to be liked often comes from years of people-pleasing, from trying to control how others perceive us. Maybe it started in school or in relationships, when being yourself got you hurt. So you built a mask, agreeable, charming, safe. But here's the truth. Nobody truly connects with a mask. They connect with the person behind it. Showing vulnerability, saying, "I don't know," or admitting when something scares you, that's emotional intelligence. That's what creates real connection. Let's be honest, social media makes it even harder. Everyone's curating their authentic selves, turning raw moments into content. It's easy to forget what being genuine even feels like. But the moment you drop the act, something powerful happens. You start to attract people who match your energy instead of demanding you perform for theirs. And that's where you begin to reclaim your social confidence. But if fear is what holds us back, what's the key to breaking that pattern once and for all? The power of vulnerability, where real connection begins. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's your greatest connection skill. When someone drops their guard and speaks from the heart, it instantly shifts the energy in the room. That's authentic communication. It's not about oversharing or emotional dumping. It's about honesty without filters. For example, saying, "Hey, I'm nervous meeting new people. often creates more rapport than pretending you're completely confident. Why? Because it feels real. That's what draws others in. People are hungry for truth. They crave deep conversations that move beyond small talk and surface-level smiles. Vulnerability acts like a signal. It tells others, it's safe to be human here. It takes emotional intelligence to do that, to resist the urge to impress and instead aim to connect. The moment you stop trying to build trust strategically and start being emotionally honest, something incredible happens. Your relationships start to feel lighter, deeper, and far more fulfilling. The funny thing is, vulnerability doesn't just improve your social skills, it transforms your mindset. You start to realize that connection isn't earned through performance, but through self-awareness and acceptance. The more you accept yourself, the less you fear rejection. That shift alone changes everything, from how you speak to how you listen. But vulnerability is only one piece of the puzzle. There's another subtle force that amplifies it, a force rooted in presence. The power of presence. Why people feel you more than they hear you. You can say all the right words and still miss the mark if your presence isn't there. Ever talk to someone who kept glancing at their phone, nodding but clearly somewhere else? That's the opposite of authentic communication. Presence is about full attention, your body language, tone, and energy aligning in one direction. When you're truly present, people don't just hear your words, they feel your sincerity. That's the essence of connection psychology. Think about the best conversations you've had, the ones that made time disappear. You weren't calculating your responses or analyzing your social skills. You were simply there. That's what creates emotional connection. It's not fancy phrasing or connection tricks. It's presence that makes people feel seen. Even silence can be powerful when it's intentional. Maintaining eye contact, softening your tone, nodding genuinely. These aren't techniques. They're natural extensions of being real. Presence is contagious. When you ground yourself in the moment, others subconsciously mirror that calm energy. It creates a space for real talk, the kind where masks drop and hearts open. You stop worrying about how to talk to anyone and start focusing on how to listen with depth. And here's where it gets fascinating. Presence doesn't just connect you to others, it connects you back to yourself. But what happens when you combine presence with purpose? That's where connection becomes transformational. From connection to transformation, living authentically every day. Once you stop chasing connection and start being connection, everything changes. You stop worrying about how to be likable and start asking, how can I be honest right now? That simple question shifts your entire approach to relationship building. Authenticity stops being something you try to do, it becomes who you are. You begin to attract people who value emotional honesty, and naturally, your social confidence grows. You don't need connection tricks when your truth speaks louder than any tactic. Living authentically doesn't mean you'll never feel awkward or uncertain. It means you choose truth over comfort. You express your opinions with kindness, admit mistakes without shame, and set boundaries that reflect self-respect. That's personal growth in action. Every genuine interaction becomes a form of self-discovery. The beauty of real connection is that it's reciprocal. You grow, and so do the people around you. You become the kind of person others feel safe being themselves with. This is where communication skills evolve into a life philosophy. You start seeing every conversation as a chance for personal development, not performance. You realize that connection isn't something you get from others. It's something you create by showing up as your truest self. That's the mindset shift that transforms social dynamics, strengthens human connection, and fuels deep, lasting relationships. But the real challenge isn't knowing this, it's living it every single day. At the end of the day, connection isn't about technique, it's about truth. You don't need to master connection tricks or memorize how to build rapport. You just need to show up, imperfectly but honestly, because people feel you more than they hear you. When you lead with authenticity, everything changes. Your friendships deepen, your conversations feel lighter, and your confidence stops depending on anyone's reaction. That's the kind of social confidence that lasts. So here's the challenge. Will you keep performing, or will you start being real? Are you ready to stop people-pleasing, drop the filters, and communicate with emotional honesty? Every moment you choose authenticity, you build not just connection psychology, but character. Remember, the courage to be genuine is what separates those who connect deeply from those who just collect acquaintances. This isn't just about how to make friends. It's about becoming one worth having. If this message hit home, take action. Apply what you learned today. Pause before you speak. Listen with your whole self, and dare to be seen. Then, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started on this journey of personal growth, mindset shifts, and real talk. You'll learn how to connect, communicate, and live with more confidence and authenticity than ever before.